What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about Nintendo stock. So in the past week or so, I've been selling off some of my position in Nintendo. I'm going to be talking about why. Also, I'm going to be updating you guys with some news on Nintendo, talking about their new system, which is the Nintendo Lite coming up. We're going to talk about the prices, my expectations, when it's going to get released, and more. On top of that, Nintendo has actually been on fire. It's been a sleeper this year. Nintendo is almost up 40% year to date, which is outperforming the S&P 500. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to also do a little bit of chart analysis on Nintendo stock and more. But before we get this video started, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Nintendo share, whether you guys are buying it, whether you guys are selling, and what you guys think about this new console, which is the Nintendo Lite. But for now, let's get this video started. So Nintendo year to date has been performing very well. They're almost up 40% year to date, as you can see right here from these charts. So Nintendo is up 38.41% year to date, which is performing a lot better than the S&P 500. The S&P 500 year to date, I think they're up only 18%. Looking at Nintendo charts right here, I've drawn this red line right here at around $32, which I believe to be a support line. It hit that red line in December. It also hit it this year in February. So this red line I consider to be a very strong buy. And I also put a resistance line here at $46, which I will be showing you guys in a bit. I sold some Nintendo shares at $46 right here, and then recently today it had a nice gap up. We're going to be looking a little closer into that, and today Nintendo went up 3.43%, and I sold today. I will be showing you guys my sell orders for Nintendo. But before we do that, I also want to be looking at Nintendo news and be talking about why Nintendo went up today. So before we get into that, I also want to look at Nintendo's past. We have a resistance here at around $46, which previously acted as a support, and we have all-time highs for Nintendo, well, 52-week highs for Nintendo right here at around $60, at around $58. So if Nintendo was to reach $58, that's when I would collect some more profits again. I'm going to draw this line way up here. I'm going to draw it in baby blue. So just so you guys know, red equals strong buy, blue equals strong sell for me. This right here is the support. So if Nintendo were to ever go up above this blue line, I would consider that a strong sell, and I would definitely be collecting some profits. So now we're going to get into the news that pushed Nintendo 3.43% today. So we have a headline: Nintendo Switch Lite announcement earns gaming stock an upgrade. So pretty much what's happening here is Nintendo is releasing a brand new Nintendo Switch. So we have the original Nintendo Switch, which is a popular system, and I know that because I personally used to sell these systems.
What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustle here, and today I'm going to talk about how I plan to make over $1,000 profit from selling all these Nintendo Switches behind me.
And these systems used to sell real quick, and on top of that, at one point I was selling these systems above market value because they were sold out almost everywhere. So the original Nintendo Switch system was selling at $399, and now Nintendo is announcing that they're going to be selling a light version of this system for $199, and it's going to be released on September 20th. So the timing of the release appears favorable, given that it's roughly 2 months ahead of Black Friday and occurring at the time when sales of the PS4 and the Xbox One should ramp down, which I think almost is a perfect time for Nintendo to release this system, because not only is it being released before Black Friday, it's also being released before the holidays like Christmas, New Year's, etc. And usually Christmas time, of course, there's going to be a lot of sales. I expect this system to probably be sold out by then. Depends how many they have in production. But I do think the timing is almost perfect for Nintendo. So right here we're looking at Nintendo charts right now, and as you can see, we have the 50-day moving average and the Bollinger Bands, and they crossed right here. Pretty much as soon as they crossed, Nintendo had a huge run. They haven't crossed yet, but the one thing I am looking at is there is a gap up right here, and what tends to happen is these gaps up tend to get filled, and on top of that, we're getting a few sell signals here when we're looking at the MACD lines. So now I'm going to talk about why I sold Nintendo shares. So first I'm going to talk about the first time I sold Nintendo shares, which was on July 1st. I put an order, and my settlement date was on July 3rd. I sold 55 Nintendo shares at $46.19, and we can look at Nintendo charts and pretty much show you exactly when I sold it, which was July 3rd, which is right here on July 3rd when Nintendo had a nice little spike. So the reason why I decided to sell then was because it was hitting this resistance line that I've previously drawn. I'm going to extend this line. So right here we have July 3rd, and it went above this resistance line, so I wasn't sure if it was going to drop down, but I did sell half of my position, as you can see right here, on July 3rd, 55 Nintendo shares for $46.19. So of course I still had the second half of my position, which is what I sold today. So today I sold 30 shares. Actually, I didn't sell half, so I still have 60 more shares remaining. And today I sold 30 shares. I made an order for $48.15, which it got filled. Right here you can see Nintendo shares, 30 shares to sell for $48.15. We're going to look at the charts today. So as you can see right here, Nintendo had a nice spike, went actually all the way up to $48.38. So I did miss that opportunity, but I pretty much sold Nintendo right around here, $48.15. It started to decline throughout the end of the day. Right now, after hours, Nintendo is down 0.19%, currently sitting at $47.91. Whether Nintendo is going to go down or up tomorrow, that's questionable. I still have 30 more Nintendo shares that I'm holding on to, and I don't plan on selling those shares. I showed you guys at what price I plan to sell those shares. It's if Nintendo decides to go above $58, which I don't believe will be happening anytime soon. The reason why I'm collecting profits, you ever heard buy the rumors, sell the news? So we're getting the news right now. Nintendo is announcing Nintendo Lite, so I decided to sell the news, and I'm hoping that we get a pullback so I can buy back all the shares that I sold at a cheaper price. Right here I have my line, $32, which I don't expect Nintendo to go that low, but probably anything under $40 I might be tempted to buy back some more shares, start increasing my position with Nintendo. Another few things that I like with Nintendo is they do have a dividend yield. It is quite small. It's 1.99%, almost 2% dividend yield. Also, they are a profitable company with their PE ratio at 25.09. I would say that's a little bit high for a PE ratio, but it's still a profitable company. Looking at their numbers, price to revenue is a 4.4, price to book is a 3.4. They have a market cap of 44 billion. So that's it for Nintendo shares. So that's pretty much my play on Nintendo. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of history with me and Nintendo. Nintendo was actually one of my first big purchases that I've ever done in the stock market. So the first time I ever purchased my Nintendo shares was back in the day. I think it was 2015 or 2016, and it was before Pokemon Go came out. So I actually got very lucky because once Pokemon Go got released, Nintendo shares skyrocketed. So at that point I sold my Nintendo shares. After Pokemon Go got released, the Nintendo Switch got announced, which continued to push Nintendo shares forward. And then after that, Nintendo had a nice sharp drop, and that's when I decided to buy back my Nintendo shares. It's been one of my dividend companies. I do want to start investing more into dividend companies, and Nintendo was definitely one of them. I definitely think that anything like under $35, Nintendo is a great price. Right now with Nintendo, of course, I'm collecting some profits, but it's still a company that I want to hold on because 2% dividend isn't bad. Plus it's a company that has a lot of potential, especially with the new console coming out, which is the Nintendo Lite, because the Nintendo Switch I know is very popular, so I can only imagine that the Nintendo Lite will be just as popular. Anyways, that's it for Nintendo, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this company. Do you guys own Nintendo? Are you guys selling? Are you guys buying? Are you guys looking at Nintendo? What are your thoughts on this company? If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye. So right here we have a little preview of the Nintendo Switch Lite. So it's pretty much identical to the Nintendo Switch, but the reason why this system is a lot cheaper is basically because you can no longer connect it to your TV. So it's basically the portable version of the Nintendo Switch. The size, the look, the design of it is almost identical. Maybe they changed a few things here and there, like the stand. They changed that on the Nintendo Switch. They have a skinny little stand, which I believe probably was very easy to break, so they replaced that. Instead of it being black, it seems to be all white. Maybe the materials are a little cheaper on it as well, but from what I know, it still seems like identical thing to the system. Pretty much you can use the same games as you can on the Nintendo Switch. It's just a cheaper, more affordable version where you can only play it on the go. You will no longer be able to connect this to your television. But since they are charging only $199 for this system and not $399, you pretty much are saving half your money, which allows you to purchase that much more games. So let me know, guys, are you guys going to be purchasing the Nintendo Switch Lite, Or do you guys already own a Nintendo Switch and you don't plan on buying this? Or for those of you who couldn't afford the Nintendo Switch, does this seem like a more viable option for you? Let me know in the comments section. Once again, don't forget, leave me a thumbs up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye bye.